All right, what's happening, everybody? I am here. Going to try to get a weekly video in. I haven't been able to make videos, doing shorts. I haven't even been able to make any Instagram posts. I've been busy. The holidays are upon us. Had company. My oldest boy come to visit, and then my youngest, of course, he lives close. So we had my oldest and his family with my granddaughter and his wife, and then my youngest over, and we just had a good time celebrating Thanksgiving. And so now we're back to the grind. Everyone's left, and I'm playing catch up, getting all the house chores done. And but I got a little time here, so I'm going to show you a recent purchase I made. Guys, look at this Trapperhead. Now, I'd seen these out floating around before, but I don't think I'd ever seen one in chestnut bone with CV blades. But I had come across this thing. This is what, a 1997. It's got 3 dots in there. So it's the same age as my oldest son. And seen this thing on the old Evil Bays, and I didn't even try to haggle. I did have to pay for it a little bit, but hey, you know what? I'll pay for it. But look at this thing. CV blade 6200. That's the model number. But it's got the clip point like your regular traditional Copperhead. And then it's got a spay blade. That's what makes them call it Trapperhead. But this is just a superb blade, man. We might have a little gappage back here, I'm not sure, but I didn't even clean this thing up. I bought this, and I think I took a picture of it, and then I was going to make a video and never made a video, but I just figured I'd show this thing today on a Sunday. It is just a phenomenal blade. I mean, it's never been used, still has a factory edge on it. Man, I fell in love with this thing when I seen it on the old Evil Bays, and I thought, well, I got to buy this thing. I got to have it. And what I want to do is I want to compare this to like some traditional Copperheads. Well, here's a Copperhead. It's pretty killer. Look at this stack single blade. This thing's got the walk and talk. I think it's the 1981 model, but just, man. So we may as well look at, I don't have a ton of Copperheads, but I got some decent ones. Here's one. It's CV. I forget where I even got this. I'll probably get it off Evil Bays too. But this is your traditional with the pin blade. Carbon steel or CV. It's got some walk and talk to it. Then I got this one here. Old Ryan over at RH Blade and Shades gave this to me for sharpening another knife he had. I believe it's CV too. Yeah, it's CV. So, 4 pretty killer Copperheads we got here. And, you know, of course, this is my favorite. I bought that for myself as a Christmas gift a couple years ago off my buddy Lee. But this right here, man, this is taking the cake. Not a lot of people see these or have them, and I guess I was just lucky, I guess. And after I bought that, and I had these, and I didn't have a slip made for a Copperhead, and I asked J.O., I was like, hey, man, we were doing a deal or something. I needed some slips. I needed a 75, and I definitely needed a Copperhead slip. And I said, man, if you just make me 2 slips, let's do the deal. And he made this slip right here for me for my Copperheads. And I've been using this for my everyday. Like if I do I like to carry this one. This is my favorite carry out of all these. I think it's just because of the walk and talk, and it's been used a little bit, but I could actually carry this to the gym this morning, so this is what I took. But and then Kent Smith posted some slips last night, so I bought another Copperhead slip off of him, so I can have a couple of different options. But we all know these are what, 4-inch blades. But what I want to look at is I want to compare it to a trapper. Now this is called a Trapperhead. We look, you know, your traditional trapper's what, 4 1/8 or something, probably. But what I want to look at is the difference in these spay blades. Man, look at how long that is compared to this one here. So if we look at these, and we'll put them, man, they're just about, what is there, maybe 1/8 of an inch difference. But what I'm noticing is that the Copperhead spay blade is so much thicker out towards the tip. Look at the thickness, like the tallness of the blade, not the thickness, I guess the overall height. Man, ooh, I like that. Everyone loves this knife right here, the old Smoky Valley. So let's look at and I really like the clip point that is on the Copperhead as well. We'll look at that and we'll compare it to what comes on your Trapper. Yeah, look at this one here, you got the more of a downward swoop. This is more for, of course, skinning. This right here is more of everyday. You can put a nice fine tip on that, a little pokey tip, but yeah, just not a lot of huge differences, just some minor differences here and there. I mean, if we look, I mean, you do got the swoop up here, but I mean, is that really necessary? But overall, I mean, for me, the Trapper is a little more carry friendly just because of the overall length of your handle here, where this, got a little bit in there. But with the Copperhead too, you got this little area right here you can choke up on. Man, this knife, it does need cleaned up. I'm finding schmutz on it as I look around it. Seen some just a sec, right here. But I'm not real concerned about it. It is just an overall great blade, man. I was very happy to be able to acquire that one. So yeah, we'll look at the old Copperheads here, and we only got 2 traditional ones, which are the 2 here to the left, and then you got your special. Man, that thing has got some walk and talk to it. Look at that thing. I know this video is supposed to be about this one, but I mean, when you pick up this one and just feel the action behind it, I mean, it's got GEC style action to it. It is crazy. Compared to this one here, I mean, this is a 97 model. It isn't crazy, but I mean, it could definitely use a little more walk and talk, but I think the Chestnut and CV steel and the Strike 3 right down the middle on both blades make up for any walk and talk issues it may have. This one here is kind of very similar to how that one feels. Yeah, I mean, your pin blade's a little bit better, but like I said, when I carry a copper, this is my favorite one to carry, because I can just, I don't have to worry about it as much. It's been used, it's been sharpened. It's got pepper spots on it, which don't bother me one bit. And I just use it. And she is sharp. All right, guys, well, that's a look at my 1997 Chestnut Bone Trapperhead. We wanted to keep this under 10 minutes. We're about 9 minutes right now. Yeah, that's about it. Very busy Thanksgiving week it was, so I haven't bought anything in a while because I've just been too busy. But I kind of held this one back. And I got some other pieces too no one's seen. I might break out here in the future. But yeah, that's going to be a video. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think.